Okay. Bam! All right, Chevre. I think we're online. Shana Tova Metuka. We are getting ready for the Sukkah. We're learning the Arizal's Shar Kavanot. We're on Daf Kuf Gimel Amud Bet Inyan Drushe Chag Ha Sukkot. Okay? So we don't have a lot of time, so let's see what we can do. Okay. So he's going to explain not just the Sukkah and the Lulav, the secret, the meditations, the kavanas, the Gevald, all of the ashpaz, all of the mamash, the love, the divine love that is mamash flowing into the world during the Sukkah time. Also, he's going to explain the importance of the days in between Yom Kippur and Sukkot. We have 4 days that are also very, very, very important. Leading up to Sukkot, after Yom Kippur. So he's going into the minhag. Okay, so I guess we'll learn some of the minhags first. Okay. All right, so we're going to go like this. Inyan netilat lulav. Yeah? Everybody see me? Everybody cool? Baruch Hashem. Yes. הנה בעת נטילת הלולב שלו על ידי זמן ההקפה צריך לנענע הלולב הנענועים הנודעים להמשיך החסדים מן מקורם ושורשם אשר בדעת דזר אנפין כמו שהתבאר בדרושים. טוב. So it says like this. So there's 2 types of lulav shaking. Or I should say 2 different times that we shake the lulav. 1, we shake the lulav just to shake it. And 2, we shake it while we're saying Hallel. Okay? It's called the lulav of bracha and lulav of Hallel. 2 different times we shake the lulav. That if we're just going to go according to like the regular flow of shacharit, Shmonasre, the Amida, you finish the Amida, you make the bracha on the lulav, you shake the lulav, and then we immediately say Hallel, and then in the Hallel, there's stations that we shake the lulav again during the Hallel. Okay? That's just like, that's basic. So we're shaking the lulav twice. Okay? And so he says, the kavana that we have to have, shelo al yedei zman ha'akafa, not while we're doing the hakafas, okay? Because right after Hallel, then we take out the Sefer Torah, and then we do 1 lap around the bima, okay? Every day, 7 days. Every day we make 1 lap around the bima, and then on Hoshana Rabbah, on the last day of Sukkot, we do 7 laps. Okay? So he says, what I'm going to tell you right now is not about the hakafa. The hakafa, totally different kavanot, totally different meditations. We're just going to be talking now about the bracha and Hallel. Okay? So what's the kavana? That you have to have the kavana, that you are streaming the chasadim min mekoram v'shorsham asher b'dat dezer anpin. Okay? If you want to just keep it as basic and as stupid, simple as possible, when you're shaking the lulav, you are streaming down. You are downloading love, energy, okay, from its source, which is the da'at of Zer Anpin. Da'at of Zer Anpin. Okay? Aval bizman ha'akafa, but the time that we are doing the laps, how do you say hakafa in English? Hakafa. Okay. For all you people out there, it's called hakafas. I don't know. We're doing laps. The circling of the bima. Thank you. Aval bizman hakafa ein tzarich lenaneh halulav. When we're doing the hakafa around the bima, then you do not have to shake the lulav. Ki hu besod or makif. Because going around the bima is or makif, the encompassing light. Haniglev ein tzorich lina'ano. So the Arizal is saying is that when you're doing the hakafa, you don't have to shake the lulav because that's called or makif. So what does that tell you? So you know then, so when you are shaking the lulav, then what are you bringing in? That's or panimi, or panimi, okay? Meaning that we have 6 sides, right? South, north, east, up, down, west. 6 sides, which correspond to Zer Anpin's midot, Chesed, Gvor, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod. And so now we are shaking the lulav, we're bringing energy, that chasadim energy, from the da'at of Zer Anpin into each one of these sefirot. Okay, we're streaming this chasadim energy into the 6 sefirot of Zer Anpin from its source, from the dot. Okay. And it is also very important not to separate or to disconnect the etrog from the lulav, okay, during the time of the shaking. And so he said, Arizal says it's super important that both hands need to be holding the etrog and the lulav at all times. So you're not like, no. They have to be together. They have to be together. Okay, why? Because the lulav and the 4 kinds, they represent Zer Anpin. And so we're bringing all of that light from the dot of Zer Anpin into Chesed, Gvor, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod of Zer Anpin. But all of that is for the purpose of bringing it to the nukva, the malchut, and she is the etrog. That's the etrog, okay? And so it's very important to always connect the yesod and the malchut together, okay? We're going to talk about it more in detail. But just want to keep that in mind, that they always want to be together. V'gam be'et hana'anua, and while you're shaking the lulav, techaven be'et hova'at halulav, the kavana, when you are bringing the lulav to you, shetavi'ehu keneged hachazeh shebegufcha, that you have to make sure that the lulav comes to your chest. Lefia kavana shenever lekaman. So, B'ezrat Hashem, he's gonna explain what the meditation is, but it's important that the flow of the shaking of the lulav is out, in, right? I'm like bringing in light into my heart, into the midot, into the emotional aspects, okay? Again, we're just learning kind of like the basics, and we'll see how to actually put it into process. But that's the, right, it's Baruch Hashem, Am Yisrael, they're doing the mitzvahs and everything, but like you see like a lot of this, and you're like, whoa, what's he doing? What's going on there, right? And I was like, no, it has to be done with kavana. You have to understand that what you're doing, you have this like super antenna that is literally now like accessing this like supernal, sublime states of love, energy, and like you're out there and you want to bring that in. Okay, so it's out and then bringing it in, out and then bringing it in. That's important. Gam seder hana'anua. And so first we send it out, and then we bring it in 1 time. And so we do this 3 times. Okay? 3 times. Holacha ve'hova'ah. All right. 3 times that we send it out, 3 times that we bring it in. Bekol katzeh mina shisha k'tzavot, to each one of the 6 sides. Okay, so every side that we're doing, every direction that we're doing, 3 times. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, turn, out, in, and so on and so on. Okay? 3 times. 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 Shelo ke'otam, he says, not like hanoagim lasot gimel na'anulim beholacha achad v'gimel na'anuim behova achad umolichim alulav me'at gimel pa'amim beholacha achad v'chen behova. So apparently before the Arizal's day, people kind of had this like misunderstanding, and they did like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's kind of how I did it. And I was like, no, that's not how I did it. No. Gam tizaher sheleolam tikach halulav v'tina'anuhu kederech gdilato shu shor sholemata v'rosho kolpei mala afilu be'et shetina'ana keneged mata. Okay. And so it's also important that you're always holding the lulav and the etrog with its base facing down. Okay? כדרך גדילתו שהוא שורשו למטה וראשו כלפי מעלה. אפילו בעת שתנענה כנגד מטה. Okay? It says even when you're pointing it down, you're not taking like the lulav and like pointing it down. No, it should be always in the erect position, and so even when you're going down, you're bringing it up. Okay, that's also important. And not like the people that put the head of the lulav down. But you should always have the head of the lulav on top, and the end of it should be facing down. Okay, so we do like this, and we'll explain how that happens practically speaking afterwards. Okay, what is the main kavana of the lulav? Lehamshich he'arat hada'at lemata v'hashesh k'tzavot kulam hem bada'at. What is the main kavana? Is that we are mamish streaming da'at, mamish bringing consciousness, divine consciousness into our hearts. Okay, which is why it says that during the time of the Beit HaMikdash, that the Simchat Beit HaShoeva, that's mamish when they were like mamish like they were drawing the water, Simchat Beit HaShoeva, that they would be pulling the water, that they would mamish be able to pull Ruach HaKodesh. That being in the state of incredible joy and simcha and very, very healthy, positive emotional states brings a person to Ruach HaKodesh. And so that's the main kavana, that the lulav is bringing in this divine consciousness, unity consciousness into our hearts. נמצא כי אפילו בינינו סדר העמים שיש קצוות הדרך וכולם הם בדעת, ונמצא כי אפילו בינינו של מטה של הדעת הנה למעלה בראש. Okay, fine. סדר הנענועים בשש קצוות. So the 6 shakes in each of the 6 directions. Hem al derech shisha tzirufei yaku hanizkerim b'sefer Yetzirah. Gam nizkeru b'sefer hazo parashat Vayikra b'Raya Memna. Okay, so one of the main things is that we have to be meditating on is that we are bringing dot from Zeir Anpin into the heart, and we're bringing dot from kind of these like 6 different aspects of dot, and each one of these aspects corresponds to one of Hashem's names, to a holy name, and so each direction we're going to be meditating that we're drawing this energy from a particular permutation of the first 3 letters of Hashem's name, the Yud and the Hey and the Vav. Okay? But we'll go into, so here's going to explain it now. Okay? הנה בסוד, הנה בסדר 6 קצוות ממש דזר אנפין, שהם חג התנאי. So the 6 ends of Zeir Anpin, which is his Chagat Nehei, Chesed Gvurah Tiferet Netzach Hod Yesod. ולכן נענוע ראשון לצד דרום כנגד החסד. Okay? Here we go. Okay, ready? So he says we're bringing in from the da'at of Zeir Anpin, okay? Zeir Anpin has Chokhmah, Bina, and Das. Okay? And now we're drawing in this Das to the Chesed. So we're going to do first, we'll just write like this. Okay? Chesed. Okay? What is Chesed? Chesed is the direction of, maybe we'll do it like this. Okay? We have the direction. We have the Sephirah. Okay? So the first Sephirah is Chesed. And he says this is the direction of Darom, which is south. Okay. Then, and then number 2 is going to be Gevura. And that is going to be Tzafon. B'chakach nanu hasheni keneged Tzafon shehu Gevura. Tzafon, which is north. And then the third direction, Ashlishi b'mizrach, shehu Tiferet. It's going to be Tiferet. And that is going to be Mizrach, which is east. Okay? And then the fourth direction, V'hu hadalet v'hei mala umata shehem shchakim netzach ve'hod zel gabei zeh. So then we have netzach, and we have hod. He says these are going to be the directions mala, which is up, and we have mata, which is down. And then last but not least, then we have Yesod, which is going to be Ma'arav, Ma'arav, which is west. Okay? That's the order of the direction. Al Pi Arizal. If you see something other than these directions written in the Siddur, get another Siddur. Okay? Sorry guys, but yeah, it's just the way it is. So these are the 6 directions. וגם סוד 6 קצוות אלו נזכרים בספר התיקונים. סך מספר פעמים שנתגלו בהם, פעם ראשונה בעת הברכה. So we just want to talk about אחר כך ד' פעמים. So we do all of this one time. Okay? When we say the bracha for the lulav. And we'll talk about when we actually do that. And then we do this 4 more times during Hallel. Okay, so there's like 4, we do each one of these things 4 times during the Hallel, which we're going to do. So it says, when do we do this? Vehem behodu l'shem kitov. Hodu l'shem, you do the first time. Okay, during the Hallel. First time is hodu. Okay. Second time is going to be Ana Hashem. We do that twice. Ana Hashem. And then fourth time is going to be the last Hodu. Yeah, last Hodu. Hodu. Okay. And now the Arizal says like this. Vehine tov hu she'achar alot hashachar shehu kvar yom kodem shetitpalel titol halulav betoch hasukkah v'tervarech alav. So the Arizal says like this. So we say a bracha. So we make a bracha. And then we do 6 directions. And then when we get to the Hallel, then we do it again, and we say, during each one of these verses, we do, again, 6 directions. 6 directions, 6, 6, 6, okay? So it says, when do we make the bracha? So if you open up the Siddur, normally you daven shacharit, the Amida, you finish the Amida, and then you make the bracha for the Lulav, shake the Lulav in the 6 directions, and then you say Hallel, and then you do the shaking during these 4 verses. But the Arizal says like this: but it is better shachar alot shachar, that after dawn, okay, shehu kvar yom, that it's a new day, kodem shetitpalel, before you go to the shul. Before you go to shul, titol halulav betoch hasukkah b'tevarech alav. That the bracha should be made first thing before you go to shul in the sukkah. Okay, so people ask, so hold on, so wait, what's the most important thing? Is the most important thing to do it first thing in the morning, or is the most important thing to do it in a sukkah? It's a question. There's 2 things here. Is it in the morning or is it during the sukkah? What's the most important thing? And so most people understand it to be that there's no most people. Some people think it's better to do it first thing in the morning. Some people think it's better to do it in the sukkah. And so therefore, when does this apply? If you're davening in a shul that does not have a sukkah, okay, and everybody is shaking the lulav in the shul, the Arizal says it's better before you go to shul in the morning, while you're in your sukkah, shake it in the sukkah and then go to shul.
They also do it really fast.
And they do it really fast. Okay, but hold on. I don't want to talk about the whole fast thing yet. Hold on. We're just talking about like when's like the best time to like shake the lulav. Okay, so most people, they do it in the shul. Okay, so the Arizal is like, no, you need to do it in the sukkah. Okay, so do it before you go to shul in your sukkah first thing in the morning. Okay, go to the mikvah, have a cup of coffee, shake the lulav, then go daven. Okay. But many people, or many shuls today, because they have sukkahs right outside the shul, and so you will see people that they go outside of the shul right after a Amida. Okay, they'll go into the sukkah, outside of the shul, into the sukkah, make the bracha, shake it there, and then come back into the shul to do Hallel and the hakafas. Okay. I know the Alter Rebbe had a minhag of doing it first thing in the morning before he went to shul. So you got to ask your local rabbi what to do. Yeah. So up until today, I've pretty much just done it in my house before davening. I would not mind just doing it in the shul. But then there's a whole speed factor. And by the time I finish shaking the lulav in the shul, they're already like at Musaf. And so like I just like missed like the whole thing. So to save time, I usually do it early in the morning before I go daven. Just because it's like so much fun. It's like kid opening up his presents on Hanukkah. I love it. And then not worry about it. But there have been times when I did not do it in the morning, and I saved it for davening because I was davening in places that took their time to actually like do the meditation for the Lulav in its proper time, and so I had more time, so I would do it then. But if you're not going to have the time, then I would definitely recommend doing it earlier at home in the Sukkah before going to daven. That's pshat of what the Arizal says. And then the four, Arizal says, and then the four times that you're going to shake the lulav during the Hallel, that can be in shul. Matov, but the Arizal says, Haya im hayita mitpalel basukkah. He says, but mamash, like the best of the best is if you were to daven in the sukkah. And daven in the sukkah, mitpalel basukkah, k'dei shetitol halulav bebirchato bishat hareuyalav. And so if you were to daven in the sukkah, that would be the best. Why? So that you could make the bracha with the lulav in its due time after the Amida. So the Arizal says, really the best time to shake the lulav is after the Amida. But if you don't have a sukkah, then it's better to do it before Shacharit. Okay? So if you can skip out on, after the Shacharit, go into the Sukkah, do the Lulav, and then catch up with everybody in Hallel, then that's the best. But he says really, really the best thing is like if you were just like davening the Sukkah. And I did that for 2 years. A friend of mine, Chavruta, who sells the books down here, Gil Levy, he's got like a patio. Read the book for him? No? Shar Kavanot? Where'd you get that from? Oh, from the store. So a friend of mine, he's got a patio, like a deck, and he opens it up and he makes the deck turns into like into a shul, sukkah shul. He's like, I got Sefer Torah there and like everything, yeah. And so like we would just like do everything like there, with a minyan, with kavanas, with everything, in the Durham. It's not in like by Binyamin Tzaddik. So that was like the best of the best. But again, everybody according to what they can do. Okay. ועניין ד' אנשים בתוך קריאת הלל צריך שיכוון בכל פעם כנגד הווה. אוקיי. טוב, עד כאן ועד ייחודה.